Hey there, warriors. Today we're going to navigate and customize your Student Canvas account. We are inside of a Student Canvas account right now. We're looking at the dashboard of that account. And on the dashboard, we can see all of the class names. We can see a to-do list, and we can see a place where there's recent feedback. We're going to do a little customizing of this dashboard. I'm going to go under the three dots, and I am going to first take off that color overlay. When I do that, I reveal all of those great pictures that your teachers have chosen for their classes. Another thing I can do under the dashboard view, I could take a look at what list view is. Don't find that particularly helpful. So I'm going to go back to the three dots and I'm going to go to recent activity, which I think is helpful. You can see all of the things that are going on in all of your classes in one screen right here. So the megaphone will show the announcements, the envelope will show messages that you have from folks, the paper and pencil will show you assignment notifications, and these talk bubbles will show you the discussions that you are involved in. You can click on any of those and it will reveal the details of all of those particular activities. I'm going to go back to the card view mode, and I see, as I'm in this card view mode, that there are way too many classes. So I am going to go to the courses, and I am going to go to all courses, and I am only going to turn on the courses that I'm currently involved in. So any semester, you should have 7 cards showing, 1 for your advisory and 6 cards for all of your classes for that semester. So anywhere I see semester 1, I'm going to turn off semester 1 because currently I'm in semester 2. So I'm going to take off any of those stars, and I do that just by clicking on the star and it turns it off. And then I'm going to go back to the dashboard and I'm going to see now I've pared it down just to the 7 classes that I'm currently enrolled in. So from there, let's dive into one of the classes. So let's go on into Washington State History Semester 2. Your teacher will set up your classes in the way that they want you to interact with the classes. So take a look at it and get that information from the teacher about what they want you to do once you're in their course, how they want you to navigate around the class. One of the things that you'll notice each class has is a to-do list. I suggest you look at the to-do list class by class instead of all at once. It can be really overwhelming when you look at it from that dashboard page. So just look at it class to class, and in your planner or with your planning software that you have, you can jot down the different due dates or different things that you need to get done before you can do a project, and you can start organizing yourself. The other thing that each class has is a recent feedback section. This is really a great place to go because your teacher will say whether they've scored something, and they'll also maybe give you some personal feedback, and this is where you'd go to read that feedback, and then maybe you want to respond to that, or maybe you'll need to do something with that feedback. Right, so that's what a class looks like. What I'd like to look at right now is the dashboard again. We're going to go to groups. We're just going to work our way down this navigation bar. If your teachers put you in a group, that's where it's going to show up. Underneath the groups, we find calendar, and this is really a place that helps you organize yourself, but it can also, again, look overwhelming if you show everything at once. You'll see that the calendar is color-coded. It defaults to the month mode, which is a nice place to start. Let's say we want to go back to that history class and we only want to see what's going on in history for right now. Right now I'm clicking off the toggles, and I have to scroll down because there's even more classes down there. I'm clicking off all of my choices except Washington State History. Now it looks way more manageable. I can look at this a little month at a glance and see what's happening for this month of May. The other view I like is the agenda view. You can take a look at that and you can just see in a list mode what's happening in that class. And again, these are live links, so you can click on them and they will give you information about what's going on. So you can go class by class, write down in your planner what you have to do, turn the other class off, and that might be a helpful way to do this, so it's, again, not so overwhelming when you're looking at everything all at once. All right, I'm going to send it back to month mode. Again, that will be the default mode unless you change it. The other thing I want to show you about the calendar, you have your own calendar over here, so you can click on it and you can add things to it. So this plus sign says you can create an event. So you can use this as your personal event list, your personal to-do list, if you have some things that you want to add to that. All right, so let's go on back to the navigation bar. We're going to go down here to the message center. So this is how you message people using Canvas, and the Canvas messaging will link directly to your Google Mail. And so that's one of the ways that you can message back and forth with folks. So your teachers might leave messages for you here, or you can create your own message. You can do compose a message. You can select a course over here. If you're messaging your group, because you're involved with a group, you can message your group. If I go back to the Washington State history class, I can decide who I want to send this to. Do I want to send it to the teachers? Maybe there's some teacher assistants involved with your class. Do I want to send it to the students of the class? Maybe I want to send it to the observers of those students. Those are parent guardian observers of the class. Maybe I want to send it to not all class periods, but just one of the class periods. So I can pick a section that I want to send it to. And that's how you decide who the message is going to go to. Don't forget to put a subject in your message, and then you can type in your message here. All right, so you can either read messages or compose messages from this message center. And the last thing on the navigation bar is the help. And if you have a question, you should ask it. This help section of Canvas has everything. So you can just go search a Canvas guide and ask your question. So maybe your teacher says, upload your slideshow to this assignment. I don't know how to do that. So you can ask, how do I upload from my drive? And when you do that, it's going to say, oh, this is how you're going to upload an assignment from your drive, right? And gives you lots of choices about how you want to do that. All right. And so that's how, if you click in that, it'll give you step by step, how do you do that? Okay. All right. So the Canvas guides are super useful. And again, if you have a question, you should ask it. The last thing I want to talk about are notifications, and those are found up here under your account. So you go to your account profile and go to notifications. That's the very first thing here. And in notifications, you have the opportunity to set what kind of notifications you want to get and how often you want to get those notifications. You can set notifications for yourself. If there's an observer in your account, it's very independent. They'll set their own notifications. So you can decide whether you want to have the notification right away. If you want it in a daily summary, I do that for some of my notifications. Or if you want a weekly summary of what's been going on with your Canvas activity. I would turn all of them off and then go carefully through and decide which ones are really important for me. Are due dates important? If due dates are important, then do I want to see them right away? Do I want to see them daily, or do I want to see them weekly? Okay, and you choose. So this student has chosen weekly, And they've chosen to push those notifications to all devices that have the Canvas app on it. So if you have it on your phone, you have it on a tablet, your Chromebook, maybe your desktop at home, this will allow you to push it to all of those devices. So go through and decide and be really careful about your decisions about how much notification you want. Because if you turn all of these on to notify you right away, you might be getting dings constantly, and that would drive you crazy. So if that is happening to you, go into the notifications and see, do I really need all of this information right now? Or are there some things I can live without? Right? And if you don't understand what it is, it's probably not anything that you need. All right, warriors. That's it for navigating and customizing your student Canvas account for today. Until next time, y'all take care.